I'm out in the woods today, and as you can obviously, I am out in the woods today. But I've cut this and cut a few sticks, but look, just cleaning off the moss, the wet moss on the outside, because I'm going to have this on my fire. And to be honest, I want to create, listen, nice and hollow. So I want to create as minimum smoke as possible. Look, that's quick ways to cut. But would you believe it? I'm up here, up the mountains, up the hills really, man. Up the hills. And she's soaking, she was running around all day. And I'm up the hills, and although I'm a long ways from the hometown, the car is only a 5-minute walk down there. So I'm pretty lucky to have them type of resources nearby. I walked for a while up that way, but it started getting very windy, and I wouldn't like that. But I'm going to be back now in a minute, because we're going to show you tonight's camp. Woo! It's not really getting dark, but it's just that when you're in the trees it gets darker faster. It's 3:30. So we're going to light the fire now. And in here, in my wooden little pouch, I have some special little stuff. And I'm going to put them out there. And this, as a tribute to the people I got to know at Vikings, we're going to light the fire Viking style. How the Vikings originally lit their own fires on their houses and everywhere they went. And we have a thing called carbon steel, and this is the actual shape, a replica of the shape the Vikings would have used. And this is a lump of flint which actually comes from Scandinavia. And I have here some charcoal. Now they wouldn't have used, charcloth, but they wouldn't have used charcloth. They would have used a type of fungus, but that's not important. But what is important is how this works. And as you can see, by striking the carbon steel off the flint, it creates a spark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my char cloth, and you can make this. I made this myself. And you put that up on top of that, and I'm going to come closer for a second. Sorry if this is costing a lot of time. A lot of people get bored if something goes on for too long, but hey, if you're bored, go watch Teletubbies or something. Yeah, watch. Right? And you spark that. Oh, one go. And see? That won't go out. And I have a lot of charcoal on it. And I already have my bunch of sticks. I'm going to put that into the bundle of grass. And I have sticks ready. I have sticks there. I have a little platform made. I'm going to enclose the grass. Now this grass is going to get very smoky. Whoops. Good one. This grass is going to get very smoky because it's still very green. And this came from the ground. Would you believe it? Now, I thought I heard something. Now, I'm just going to stay wafting because I want to save my breath. Until the final moment of flame. I can already smell smoke. Hello? Ah, rise from the deep, smoke. Rise from the deep. Transform. Right, let's stay going. This is just an easier way of doing this. Plus, if you pass wind, it's a good way of getting rid of it without getting in trouble. No, I didn't do that. I don't know what I'm trying about. Hey, that smell was there when I got here, man. I'll probably make it very tight. Don't squeeze it too tight because the oxygen won't get in, and don't have it too loose because it'll just go all over the place. I'm going to stand up because my leg is getting tired. That's how I do it. I like this, and as you can see, my back is to the wind because I don't want the smoke in my face. I'm going to put that bundle of sticks up on that before the flame arrives. And I'm not on about the missus. Hey, wasn't that cool? But this is, every time I light a fire, I take great respect in it, because this is what I need to keep me warm, to cook, morale. This is my TV. Excellent. Well, we're going to get to, where are you? What are you? Out from the tomb. Ow. Fire is up and going, as you can see. This is my camp. I have made a chair, and this is just a couple of mats that I put underneath for comfort. But as you can see, I've made a chair going across. I have it tied onto the trees, but I have a back on it. I'm using that as a back. But we're going to come on in and have a little bit of a better look. Oh, this is my camp for the night, and I'm actually staying here for the whole night. And now, as you can see, I put this up behind me. This is my tarp. This usually would come over my head. 4 cats is good. I don't need it. Smoke is going that way. So I built my tarp a little bit here and behind me, because the wind coming this way, and I can sit here like a spoiled you know what, and I can enjoy it all. Now the fire is still a bit smoky, but when that gets up and going, I have a couple of big logs that I'll put on that. That'll keep me going for just for tonight. But I'll have another one in the morning for cooking the old brekkie wecky. But I'm getting cold when you're out in the wild, and the thing about staying warm, it's a very easy way to overheat, underheat, middle heat, you name it, it's heat. But I have on me now, I have a good pants on me, number 1. This is good and warm. I also brought a spare pair of leggies. I put them on then, it's the slanks. These are slanks, legs, if they get cold. For in the night while I sleep, if my footsies get cold, I have these lovely, lovely, good, warm socks. And it's all about just staying warm. There's a spare pair of merino wool socks, fantastic, lovely and warm. But it's all about dressing in layers. 1 second. Everything is about dressing in layers to stay really warm. You certainly don't. There's good logs. And if you're wondering what that beautiful sound is, you already know. That's my music and my TV for tonight. But dressing in layers, I have a good base top on. This is a long sleeve merino wool top. I like wool because cotton only makes you very cold when you sweat. I have a good shirt to go on top of this. If it's cold, I can hang that bad boy up there. Then I have a really good woolly jumper. And this is a homemade woolly jumper that I did not make. And I got this in a second-hand shop in Scandinavia. Oh, you're so warm. I could put that on as well. Now, what I have is this. This alone. This is a down jacket. No, I don't mean, yo, get down with it. I mean, get in and up with the down. And this is like duck down, and it's really good. Look. Ooh, 70% duck down and 30% feather. You really, really want the good down. And it's also about where the bird comes from. The colder climates, the better. Now, it's all about later. I have a pair of gloves if my hands get warm. But I don't intend on my hands getting cold, cause I have my fire going and it keeps me warm. The heat is coming back this way, by the way. I have this small hat if my noggin gets cold. And if it gets really cold, I have this hat. And by using the right equipment and the right clothes, you don't get cold and you shouldn't get wet. They say there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing, no matter where you are. And you're probably saying, going, my God, that's an awful lot of clothing. You'll be roasting. Exactly. But if I get too hot, I'll take off the jacket and put on my shirt. If I get too cold, I'll put on my jumper over that. And it's all about doing it in layers. Let's move on. I'm back. Now what you think? Oh. Now this is what you call a really brilliant warm coat. I love this coat. Not a raincoat, it's for the cold. And there was snow up in here for the last few days and I had a feeling it'd be cold. But look, this coat comes from Greenland. A Greenland jacket. And I love this jacket, it's so warm. So now, let's go backwards. You can imagine wearing this Greenland jacket which is made for the cold. Now considering I have this thermal pants on with leggings, I have a good pair of socks on with a good pair of boots. I have a good pair of gloves. I don't have a scarf, I forgot it, but do I need it? No, because I have lots of layers. I have 2 hats just in case. I have my underlayer, which is my long sleeve t-shirt. I have my shirt. I have a woolly jumper. I have this, which is down, which insulates and keeps in the heat. And I have my Greenland jacket. You're already sweating thinking about it. It's all about dressing layers. Dress layers and you won't get cold. Bring them with you. Put them into a bag. If you get too hot, take something off. If you get too cold, add it on. Keep the balance. Oh yeah. Let's move on. This is my B&B out here. And you're probably there, a B&B. Yeah, bed and bushcraft. I have all my stuff here on the ground, just left out to show you. Pot, cup, lots of water, bit of food. I have the yoke for the saw, knife, spoon, fork, etc. Cutlery. Now we're going to have a look. We're going to have a look. Come on in. Come on, crib, boy. Woo. This is where I'm going to sleep. On that side. And that's my sleeping bag. And this is another blanket here. And they're all waterproof underneath. And I also have a couple of mats. And if I zoom back, this is my new tent. And I love it so far. And it should do its job. It's a really good one. And there's the beach. Yeah. And and over there, I didn't need my fire near the camp, but if I was camping there, and we move on up, we have this going. There's a fine fire. That'll keep me warm, and that's where I sit, stay warm. Time to start cooking the dinner. I have spuds over there. This little knife, which comes in this little pouch, and that fits in there. This is actually an original, this is a replica of an original Viking knife found in archaeology. This is the actual type of knife the Vikings would have for their food. And they had cutlery back then. But what I'm going to do is cut my spuds in half. And what I mean by spuds, potato. If anybody's not from Ireland, potato. Spuds is another name, a good name for potato. What I'll do is just going to cut them in half, have a bit of a stew that they're going to go into, just to fatten up the stew because I want to get stuffed. I want a really good night's sleep. Have everything set up, a couple of drops of rain coming down, put a bit of water in there. I didn't get water from a stream because there's farmyard activity and there's other human activity in areas like this, and better to be super safe than silly. And look, there's so many sticks on the fire that will actually just create its own little platform. I could make a tripod, but I didn't. Up you. Oh man, look. Beautiful. A lovely stew with lots and lots of potatoes. Energy. I'll have a great sleep tonight. Cora, where are you? Come on. You're not getting none of this. I just want you to watch me while I'm eating. Yeah, you can get jealous all you want. But that's about as much as you're going to get. 9 AM. and I had a pretty good sleep. Woke up the odd old time. Sure, hey, it happens at home anyway, so what can you do about it? But I have some char cloth here, and using the fire seal, one scrape should do this, where you get a spark onto the char cloth. Hello! And into your tinder bundle. So we need to get this morning's fire up and going quickly, because my belly is hungry, and the more work you do, the hungrier you are and the thirstier you are. So I'd like my breakfast, and I'd like a nice cup of tea. Follow me down. So we get this bad boy up and going. See, just by wafting, you can already see the smoke. If I stop, yeah, and I have my sticks ready, twiggings, and I've cut a lot of new fresh ones. They're lovely. I'm going to build my fire here. The wind is blowing that way, so it'll blow it up onto the other twigs. It's actually peaceful here. I'm going to put that in there, because the wind is coming in anyway. And we'll get the fire up and going, and we'll be back in a minute. As you can see, the fire's up and going, but I'm going to give you a quick run around the camp. Last night's camp. I have the sleeping bag up there, it's nice to air out your sleeping bag. But in that pot, I have 2 eggs. I have that all set up there, and lantern for last night. I made myself a St. Bridget's cross. Ah, St. Bridget, you're a good one. Mess tins, I have a grate hanging up. Isn't that great? There's my seat, and I have the back on it, and that's just a windbreak of my tarp, but that's for rain. And I have my pots hanging up there and stuff like that. Tent is over there, and the reason I picked this location is because right beside me I have a lovely stream, and I dug a hole over it last night to make it a lot deeper up there. And the reason I stopped here was because where I have my fire, it's a spruce woodland, and if anything happened to go wrong, which everything is so damp I believe it wouldn't, I have a stream right there, and I have water, bang, straight to use and quench anything. And before I go today, I'm going to stick a load of holes in the ground to make sure that the water soaks down into the ground, to make sure everything's nice and dry. But you know what, at the moment I can already hear the kettle starting to Michael Bublé, up and Bublé, and get the breakfast up and go. Ah, look at that. Under this side, for the embers, I have 3 burgers. Now, they're not all for me because the bitch is going to want one. But I have 2 sausages, 2 eggs boiled in that. I have another fire up this end. That'll just stay going as flames for heat and boiling water, wash my hands, etc. And go to get the grub nearly ready. Alright, come on. Here, come on. This is a full burger for the old dog. Look, you'll eat that, won't you? Look, you'll take my hand. There you go, look. Over there and say hello to the lads. A bit of egg just fill me up. I'm eating some burger. But I have the cup of tea here, lemon and ginger. That pot is on brew so I can wash up my hands, wash up my utensils, stuff like that. I have I toasted the bread, sausages and eggs, burgers there. I'll clean up all this, pack away, and head home soon. Few things to do. Do that for scalping, by love. But I just want to say a big thanks again to everybody. And if you want to go on to the page Wovenworld Bushcraft, it's on Facebook. And if you go on to that if you go on to that page and just you have to press like on the page, and I know then that it's people are interested in the old videos. But for myself and Cora, gonna pack up soon. I've everything just laid around. I still have water to drink. You'd want to be bringing about the minimum, if you're not getting drinking water from where you are, you'd want to be bringing at least 2 litres of water. By the time you drink a lot, and even if you have to make a cup of tea or even cooking it, depends where you are, but you'd want to be bringing at least 2 litres. And water is heavy, but I'm going to enjoy this sandwich. My eggs. Oh, I'm not letting this sausage get away. Nowhere. If you see my mouth, it's staying in my mouth. I know. But anyway, a big thanks again, and we'll hopefully see you soon in this new year. Get out there and enjoy yourselves, and go for a good walk. Park up your car and start walking the roads. Bring a flask of tea. It'll be the nicest cup of tea or coffee that you've had in a long time. And see you soon. Thanks very much. Say goodbye, you ignorant yo. No, you're after eating the other burger on me. But this steak is any better. Well, I'm having this one.